It is looking like Nintendo is finally opening up about Pikmin 4 so they can start building up some anticipation for this game leading up to its release on July 21st. We got a new trailer, and with this trailer comes a number of implications in terms of when we'll get more information on Pikmin 4 and about the game in terms of the story and some of the gameplay elements as well. But also, Nintendo has started showing more new things on the website as well that is giving us a bit more gameplay footage too. And we'll be talking about all of that today.
Hey, listen!
Welcome everyone, this is Andre's Restart, and today we are talking about the latest Pikmin 4 trailer, Venture Forth Brave Explorer. Now before we get into the actual content of the trailer and some of the new gameplay that came out in the website, I first want to talk about the implications of this trailer when it comes to more Pikmin 4 news and also a Nintendo Direct. Some people have seen this trailer and are starting to think that Nintendo's just putting out all the information they have planned for the summer and that there won't be a Nintendo Direct until maybe September. I've been talking about this for a while now. I don't think Nintendo's going to wait until September to announce their plans for the second half of the year. Because after Pikmin 4, which comes out on July 21st, we don't know about any other Nintendo game to come out for a second half, not officially. So no, I don't think this latest Pikmin 4 trailer means there won't be a Nintendo Direct or at least a series of quality announcements for first-party Nintendo games at some point this summer. But when you couple this alongside of the fact that we just got the announcement of Everybody 1-2 Switch to come out at the end of this June, now I'm starting to think that for sure there probably won't be a Direct in June, but maybe early July. It's hard to say with Nintendo because they are the kings of left field, but ever since we heard that Nintendo wasn't going to be attending E3 and that was cancelled, and when you factor in also the big game that is Tears of the Kingdom, I think Nintendo does want to wait a little bit more than usual until they start to give us the goods for the second half of the year, which to me means towards the end of June or early July, and maybe with this latest trailer, it's more likely going to be early July, but we'll talk more about when we're going to get the next Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Now before we dive into all the new Pikmin 4 information, let me point out that we are aiming to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. With your help, it might just be possible. So we have this minute 18-second long trailer. It's not very long, but there's some interesting details here that I think can lead us in a few different directions. So they talk about how there's this mysterious planet, and on this mysterious planet, Captain Olimar needs rescuing. He crash landed on it. So they send the rescue squad, and the rescue squad has also crash landed on the planet. So what's interesting about this part is that there was a leak, or a supposed leak, that was saying that there would be 4 captains and that the main character would be named Palm. But thanks to this latest trailer, that leak seems to be totally deconfirmed now, because they're seeing there's actually 7 members of the rescue squad, one of them being Ochi the dog, and the 6 others being the humanoid-like characters. So that leak is false, and it's looking like we're going to be exploring this mysterious planet to find Ochi and then the 6 other humanoid members of the rescue squad. But you are also part of the rescue squad, as the trailer explains. But what's interesting here is that there is a character creator here. You can create a character with their own skin color, their own facial structure, their own body structure, their own hairstyle, and it's even looking like based off what body structure you pick, there will be different hairstyles that you can choose from as well. So there's actually going to be a fair bit of customization, but it doesn't look like you'll be able to mix and match every little thing either. There's going to be some restrictions, but from what I'm seeing here and also from this little piece of footage I'll show from the website, there's quite a few options, so it's going to be fun to try out different types of characters. Which you'll be able to do because it does say you'll be able to change your look and name later on. Now going to the website, you'll see that there is some new footage here. Looking at the footage, at least at first glance, I don't see anything here that completely changes what I thought Pikmin 4 was going to be. It's kind of more of the same, but just good more of the same. It's more footage that looks really good. The game has some really good looking textures, some really good lighting, and some very colorful environments. So I'm excited for how this game is going to look. The gameplay, even though it's on this website, so it's not a direct feed, it still looks pretty awesome. But I will point out there is this one part of it that shows Ochi the dog running around our main character. I'm speculating that this is when we find Ochi. And considering that in the prior trailer we saw that Ochi was being used to sniff out and find the other members of the rescue squad, I'm going to assume that we find Ochi first, and this scene here is our main character finding Ochi. And it makes sense because Ochi's pretty pivotal to the gameplay. The Pikmin can ride Ochi around, Ochi can be used to break structures and also swim through water. So this pup is definitely really important to the gameplay. So yeah, that's my bet that we're going to get Ochi first before anyone else in the rescue squad. Or at least very early on. And you might be thinking that there's not really much more we can say from this trailer and this new footage. But there's a little bit more I got for you. So they note how Captain Olimar crash lands on this mysterious planet. And so does the rescue squad that went to go save him. So that's 2 back-to-back crash landings in a game series where usually there's a crash landing that is the inciting incident for the game, where you have to explore this planet and find a way back because your ship crashed. But this time it happens twice. And what makes this increasingly more interesting is that in the end of Pikmin 3, this is what's said. However, one question remains. What was the cause of the accident that sent the SS Drake hurtling to PNF 404's surface? Perhaps it wasn't an accident after all. So over the years, there's been speculation that the reason there's all these crash landings isn't just pure coincidence for comedic effect, even though that may be part of it. It is kind of funny to see this trope in the Pikmin series of the crash landings, but there may also be a hidden story element behind it. Could this be tied to the magical powers of the Pikmin? Potentially. Could it be tied to this mysterious creature that held Captain Olimar captive in Pikmin 3? Also potentially. And I'm going to throw this part out there as well, but ever since Pikmin 2, wherever Captain Olimar is, Louis follows. Louis is usually sent alongside with him. And wherever Louis is, trouble follows. I don't want to jump the bandwagon and say that Louis is absolutely the evil villain of the Pikmin series, but he's definitely not the perfect character. He was supposedly unconscious riding the final boss of Pikmin 2. He's also the reason their company went into debt in Pikmin 2, and in Pikmin 3 he causes a whole bunch of problems for the crew as well. He may just be a confused fellow, and maybe he's not the main villain, but maybe somehow he could be tied to what's going on here with the 2 different crash landings. How exactly? Well, with the first one, if Louis was riding alongside Olimar, he could have been the one to cause the crash landing because he was in the ship. And then with the second one, perhaps there could have been some sort of signal jamming. Maybe he got caught by some other giant creature that has powerful abilities, and it has led to this. It's a mystery for now, but it really wouldn't shock me if Louis is up to some shenanigans. But I also do like the idea that there could be some other more powerful force at hand here that is leading to all these crashes. But we'll see. Anyways, everyone, those are my thoughts on the latest news for Pikmin 4. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This is Andres Restart, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.